He kōna ipurangi tēnei nā te reo irirangi o Aotearoa.
Kia ora, I'm Maria. Cautionary note, I swear a lot in this podcast. Not Jamie, because she's composed, but I do. So, if the occasional F-bomb offends, then note. This is a podcast with such language.
You know, they'll be engaged inside the games in the 70s, but bro, these days, like, you got to have somebody who can really make it fun. So,
good luck.
I'll wait to see what
Kia ora and welcome to The Art of Entertaining, a podcast predicated on social cues and party planning in the 70s, but applied today. I'm Jamie, I'm always hungry and always down for a party.
And I'm Maria, and I like to party, but I hate planning them.
Great. Join us on our journey to hosting the meanest,
Dinner parties are the fast track to world peace.
baddest, I have to light something on fire, uniquely New Zealand.
Personally, I think it's like a lot of planning, a lot of work, for what is essentially going to turn into a piss-up.
And oddly 70s,
jelly and vegetables? Oh my gosh. Chuck that in the bin.
dinner party Aotearoa has ever seen.
In this episode, we raise the stakes, dialing up the fun factor of any decent party. We explore what it takes to be entertaining and run it straight with social media funny man Regan Fohai, aka Just the Norms.
So before we get into it with Just the Norms and get some tips, we need to see what Jackie
We
says.
definitely need to know what Jackie says.
When a hostess is doing her own thing, she's on far safer ground than when she's trying to duplicate someone else's successful story. Most important of all, she should entertain in her own style.
On page 63 of the book, for anyone reading at home, Jackie has talked about some light entertainment. There are a few pointers. Another little excerpt she says is, you may feel timid and inept when you have people around, but you do want people to be around.
I love that. I love that. Just push right on through all of your awkwardness.
All right, so let's look at point number one, the element of exhibitionism. How do you interpret that, like when you just read that?
Easy.
Easy?
It means we got to show off. That's what it means.
Yeah.
There needs to be some sort of show-offy element
Some
to
pizzazz.
your... Yeah,
Some wow.
exactly. Yeah, some wow to your dinner party.
I feel like a lot of what we're already doing this party's pretty
I
show-stopping.
I feel like we've, just organically arrived at that without Jackie's advice already. There's lots of show-stoppy things. We're kind of...
Yeah, for everything from the food, we're themed, we're filming it.
We're dressing all the way
I
up.
think we've nailed this point right here.
Well, is it a good book? Have you read it?
It's a great book. There's so many pointers in there and so many tips. And JB and I have never really hosted a party before.
Oh, no.
One of
Exactly.
the secrets of success at such a party is that the hosts are not trying to impress.
Oh, it's actually, can you imagine her not trying to impress? She would be the belle of the ball.
Oh
my God.
Oh, that is so groovy.
Yeah.
Another point is attention to detail.
I feel like you do more of these sorts of events than definitely than me. Like, I think you showed me a photo of you dressed in some 80s sort of garb. Some dinner. Was that a dinner party or a birthday party?
Oh, that was a birthday party. That was amazing. Yeah, it was an 80s prom birthday party. There was signature cocktails, like a big balloon arch. There was a photo area where you could take prom photos. And then the DJ was playing everything on vinyl. It was one of the funnest parties I've been to in a long time.
Right.
Yeah, it was just like they had a theme and went all in.
All in.
All in. So you just walked into this world.
That's amazing.
And point number 3 is, this is paramount, an interest in people. Our people skills.
You could do a series on Māori big dinners,
Yes.
Hindu big dinners,
All the cultural, different
all the
cultures and how they
cultures,
celebrate.
Japanese.
Mm.
And I think of the wonderful, wonderful meal I had in China with 11 courses.
Oh my gosh.
And every one of them to die for. They changed my eating forever.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. So going back to the book, there's not a lot in here about the entertainment side. There's a lot about the drinking and the cocktails, which I guess entertainment comes from that. When we were discussing this podcast with our producer Justin mentioned it was very common in the 70s for people to bring out their children at dinner parties and they would put on a show.
Right.
Yeah. Did you ever have to perform?
No, my parents never done that to us. No.
But I did used to live at a carnival.
Right.
And they used to have all-you-can-eat competitions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a nanny and used to look after kids. And my cousin was also a nanny and looked after some kids.
Yes.
And so sometimes we didn't want to cook.
Yeah.
So we just take the kids to these competitions and we enroll them in. And we're
my gosh.
and we just tell the kids, we're like, you don't even have to go as fast as you can. Just enjoy it. But really, so all these kids are trying to compete for this food, and our kids are there just having a mean old little
Just
snack.
casually eating their dinner.
Yeah.
That is such a hack.
Yeah, there we go, little life hack. But there is a section for children's parties and games.
There's quite a bit in there for children, isn't there?
Yeah, and if we're really searching for how we're gonna maybe add some wow,
Maybe that's the element of exhibition we add.
there is a section called 10 years and over.
Okay, so
everyone there is going to be
Yeah.
over 10 years old.
Yeah.
So some of the games we've got in here, a bike rally. Just a few cheeky bikes. We'll
everyone
just get 20
bring your
bikes.
bike.
Murder.
Ooh,
Murder
do you have to
mystery
turn
party.
the lights off and someone dies and then you have to figure it out?
Oh,
Someone
yeah.
who's in.
Lights to be turned off, and you start counting out loud from 100.
Huh.
And then everyone just disappears. Everyone will go home. And we turn off the lights, everyone will go
Wait,
home.
we're still playing a game and then we're
Everyone's
all gone.
They're really
Yeah.
good at this game out here. Everyone's gone.
In my fams, we played a lot of Monopoly during the lockdown.
Oh,
We go hard. We go real hard on
Yeah.
it. So if you are lucky enough to land on, I think it's Community Chest. If you land on one of those, there's a card in there where you get the money grab, right? And just
who grabs the money? It's the person with the card.
so the teller gets to grab the money out of the bank
Yeah.
and throws it. So it counts to 3. You all get up and you throw the cash up into the air. And the plan is that you all rush in to grab as much cash as you can. But we go so hard. My niece and nephew go so
that's
hard.
handy as.
They are punching people and pushing them out of the way and pummeling them into the ground. I need to paint a picture of my niece and nephew. They're not children. They're not children. My nephew is 14 and he towers above me, okay? My niece just turned 20 and she towers above me. So,
These are little kids
They're
just
not little
grabbing money
kids.
and going,
These
oh,
are-
funny.
these are...
They're like, move!
Yeah, for real. And you're like, oh my gosh.
I really was involved in theatre. I loved acting. There was a play, for instance, by John Webster, which I really remember. At one stage in it, I had to dive on the handsome man who's lying in bed feeling rather poorly, and I'd dive on him and hold him to my bosom. But I dived so hard that the bed tipped over and we both finished up on the floor. And the audience screamed with laughter, and I screamed with laughter. I stood on the stage and screamed with laughter with them, whereas this unfortunate man got up and went off in a huff, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
But there was some wonderful memories acting.
In your opinion, Jamie, what turns a party south real quick?
Maybe someone that just goes a bit too far, peaks way too early or something, and then you're kind of babysitting. You're not really enjoying yourself, you're kind of babysitting.
You have to keep an eye on that
That's
person.
not fun.
Yeah.
That's not fun. Have you ever been to an event or a party or something where someone has peaked and it affects the group you're with?
Okay, I have a friend who always peaks. Okay? That is their constant.
Yes.
And you just know that when you're going out with them, you're like, okay, I need to get prepared for going out with this person because without doubt,
Yeah.
this comes with a small caveat as well. Literally invited her around for a casual glass of wine. She rolls up with a bag of wine, okay, and is already like faded, okay, and she's like, Nadia, I'm engaged. And I'm like, no, we're not doing this tonight.
Not again.
Not again.
Not again.
Bitch. Friends with a caveat. Total
Right.
thing. Okay.
I have that friend. We went to Germany. We went to Oktoberfest in Germany. There was 4 of us. I planned everything. Everything.
Okay, yeah,
Flights, everything, our accommodation. All she had to do, one job.
Yes, yeah.
One job. Just book our last night. Book
Sure.
our last night before we fly back
Yeah.
to the States.
Yeah.
That's it. I've done everything else.
Yeah.
The last night. Where we staying, she's like, I thought I'd save us some money.
Oh my gosh.
We are staying at the airport. And I'm like, I've stayed at the airport before. I've stayed at the airport before. I'm like, maybe we should just book a place. Let's see how much money we all have. She's like, Jum. We still have to travel back to America. Jum, I only have $12. But she's so happy.
She's happy, man.
And I'm
Yeah.
just like, I hate you. Every time. Here you go, Jackie. We'll pop this over here for you.
Who are you going to have? What sort of people are coming to your dinner?
We're having a variety of people. So some of the people you've mentioned in the book.
Some of them are our friends, because that's always nice to see some friendly faces.
Yeah. Some work colleagues. A variety of people.
It sounds fabulous. Sounds expensive too.
So thank you for joining us, Regan, aka Just the Norm.
Yes.
Oh, man. Thanks
Welcome.
so much for having me.
Yo, we're excited to have you here because Jamie and I are complete novices in the world of even party planning, hosting, or even trying to entertain people. So you got a number of we're punching here.
Oh,
So.
I think you're scraping the bottom of the barrel bringing me on here. Oh, what?
But we thought it would be cool to have a chat with you and just kind of, get some pointers, get some advice, some tips on what is entertaining, how to entertain people. So,
You're the wrong person for this episode, I'll tell you that.
no pressure, brother.
Oh, man.
So, you're here. You're going to help us.
Yeah, we'll see what we can break down and get to.
Yeah.
Far out. No, it sounds like a great plan these guys have put together. I can't wait to see what the rest looks like, sounds
Yeah.
like.
So you do a lot of content online. How's it like interacting with people in that space? Because they're not like there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So when I do my content creation in there, I just do it by myself. So it's just me at home and shooting videos and all that. Follow me on OnlyFans and Grindr as well, guys. But yeah, making content at home and that it's all good because it's just me. But when it comes to meeting people out in public, fuck man, you get some crazy interactions out there. Yeah. You get people who just look at you. And then, you can tell that they see you and they, want to talk to you and that. But,
Yeah.
I'm just as I said, I don't want to spark up conversation. So I'm terrible at that space. But then, bro, you get some really, aggressive fans. Oh, not fans. I wouldn't say fans. Supporters. or
Followers.
followers.
Yeah.
People that follow you and they're like, oh, shit. Oh, nah, bro. Nah, fuck, nah, bro. And you're just standing there oh, something goes, fuck, honestly, that's my, oh, shit. And you're just oh, man.
They really buy into the character, right?
Yeah.
They think they're meeting the character in the street, and you're
I'm just oh, bro, it's easy, man. I'm just like me. I'm all good. So I'm just a normal
just
human.
grabbing some bread and milk.
I'm just grabbing a pie. It's all good. And, but I get some real hype, dude, people that I interact with, and you just gotta input the same energy that that they receive, because you want them to have a good experience with you, kind of thing. You want them to go, fuck, that dude was a fucking eat-ass,
Yeah.
And you just want to portray that same sort of image when you go out and about. Well, that's what I try to do, anyways.
Yeah.
Right? Taking notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's good. When you come into the dinner party, I'm gonna match you.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you ever think about like, oh, I wonder how this is going to land? Like, I wonder how this is going to land with my audience?
Yeah, definitely. I think that back then I was like really into it. Like, there was like, man, I hope that these guys really like this. I put a lot of effort into it. And then as I've gotten, like, as I've been through it for so long, like, I've been doing content for, like, the last 3 years. And, like, probably, like, nowadays I feel real comfortable about the content that I make. So, like, regardless of whether it hits or not, I'm just like, hey, I enjoyed making it. It was fun for me. And that's pretty much all you get.
Yeah.
That's all you get in it. And back then, man, I used to be like, fuck, man, why isn't this hitting? Like, fuck, I worked so hard on this and it's only getting this amount of likes, whatever. Now I'm just like, chuck it up, and if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I always try and remember that time when I was like, fuck, I was watching that back and it was funny when I was editing it. And then so, there's the takeaways that I feel like, and it comes with time, man. Like, you got to just realize that, at the end of the day, you're making this content for yourself. Kind of thing. So
yes. Because literally only
only we will listen to this.
Literally only Jamie and I thought this shit was funny.
I'm fitting because it's only gonna be us listening to this one.
Have you been to any dinner parties lately?
What is a dinner party? Because that's the thing. That is it like just snacks? Because when I hear dinner party, I just hear drink up. That's what I hear. It's like we're just having a drink up. There's some snacks on the table, some chip and dip.
Yeah.
But what's a dinner party? What defines a dinner party?
Well, this dinner party's like a 3-course meal.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
It's like a sit-down thing. The thing is, right, because I've not been to a dinner party, and I've never really hosted a dinner party either.
Yeah.
So it's quite formal. Like, it's a sit-down thing. There's courses. There's like bloody where you need to sit, who needs to sit next to you. It's like it's really detailed. It's quite stuffy.
I think it was quite a thing in the 70s.
Yeah, that's Well, drink ups are the new dinner parties, I guess. 3 course of of scraps, of having fights and I don't know. Yeah. No, that's me, no.
Now, Jackie, you have 13 pages in here where you talk about cocktails and drinks. Did you have a favourite drink?
I've always liked gin.
Me too.
And the gin has gone down very well for most of my life. And I only a couple of times I got rather drunk on it. And a dry sherry. A brandy is a nice drink. I never liked whiskey though. I think whiskey is definitely a man's drink. And I've never liked beer. I think because it's rugby racing.
Because it's rugby. I love that answer. I feel the same.
So I thought I might ask you just about like what sets a vibe for a party? Do you feel?
Sets a vibe for the party. I think like number one thing will probably be like music. Will probably be like top tier. Wait, have you guys got a good playlist?
Screwed, man.
Oh, is there going to be 70s music at the party?
There's going to be no music, IG.
Everyone playing the spoons or something. Fuck. All right, I'm out.
Because we literally can't play music.
Yeah. Damn.
Just because it gets because
it's a podcast, right? We're filming it. Yeah.
And knowing that you said we've got new music for everyone. All right. It's going to be a great party.
Strong start. Yeah. So what would you say then, so we know what sets up a vibe. What kills a vibe, man?
Something that kills the vibe for me, I think it's just like no-brainer on dramas.
When they bring the dramas to the party,
There's always that I don't know. And I always get those ones too. Like, there's always that couple.
Always.
There's one couple that comes to the party and you're just like, fuck, what do we invite them for? Fuck, and you can't invite just one. Either none of them or just bring both of them. But I got friends in there that I'm not going to name. Rhymes with Rachel and... Rhymes with Rachel and Rat. But yeah, definitely got like people that you know, you're a bit wary about bringing to certain things, and in that space, like you just gotta kind of know, don't bring them to this one, or that person's gonna be there. And the worst one is when two of your friends in your circle have got beef, and then they're like, you're like, fuck, I can't invite that one, but I can't invite her either. Like,
Yeah.
shit, that's a tricky one. So yeah, that's another one. You don't want to like, you know, cause dramas in that space as well. But I feel like those are kind of things that kind of like kill the buzz. But have you hosted a dinner party before?
Hosted. I've had people over to eat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's dinner, because
You know, you just like, put food on the table.
but yeah, family dinners would
Family
be
dinner
would be a
vibe.
dinner party.
Yeah. Or I was saying it would be like at someone's birthday, but usually you go out. Like you'll go out to
Yeah.
dinner at a restaurant.
Like, how many people are invited to this?
20.
That's huge.
Right? Right? That's a
Yeah.
lot, eh?
How long is it for?
Too long.
Too long. Way too long.
I don't know.
Doesn't say how to
It
end.
doesn't tell us how to end it, so I don't know. Maybe like a couple hours, right? Because I feel
Yeah.
like after that I'm going to be tapping out.
Shucks,
But a
man.
couple hours long, and then we figure out how to end it.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, I
just-
want to know what's your. So we in this book, she talks about games at a party,
Oh.
and I'm like, what's your take on having games at a
You
party?
know, having games at a party is great. I think if you've got like someone who's good at like putting the games together, and
Yeah.
someone who's like really charismatic and can keep you engaged in the games, is really good. For me, probably my go-to game. I'm gonna sound real like generic. Anyone play Table of Death, Circle of Death around here? King's Cup
Oh,
is the
King's
name.
Cup, yeah.
That's like my number one.
That's a go-to.
Yeah.
That's a go-to. Okay.
Shows how much of an alcoholic I am. But like, you know, it's good to have like, I'm starting to learn different games and stuff like that. I got a mate
Yeah.
who's like, he came to the party one time and he just was like, bro, we're playing this game, and I was like, bro, I love this, you know, and
That's my brother. My brother's that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
just
she's
shows
just-
up and he's like, oh, have you played this one?
and then just so many games, and you're just like, I can't remember them, but like,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, for me, I'm a King's Cup kind of person. Play that 8 times over and over, and that's me. And Smoke Bomb. What about you guys? What's the go-to games for, I guess, parties or drink ups for you guys?
I was before earlier. I was telling Jamie about how in my fams we go hard on Monopoly, like
Oh.
real hard on Monopoly,
Like
and
to
I was,
flip the table.
like body slams kind of thing.
Go to jail for real. You're going to jail. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. What about you, Jamie? What's your go-to game?
Our family's super competitive as well.
Oh.
Super competitive. And Monopoly was one of them, and Categories.
Oh yeah.
Categories.
Categories so ruthless that it got banned like for 10 years in our family because everyone got to play, because we got like poi rules for every game where you take a game and then our family adds onto it.
Yeah.
Too
Is
much,
there a
too
crier
much.
though? Because there's always someone who cries in our fams when they take it too
Just
far.
go a bit too far.
There's been a couple of board flips, like
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
I'm out of here.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next round, everyone's like, remember that time you flipped
Yeah. Shut up. What, bring a magician in?
I reckon a magician, man.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be fun. That would be
You're
fun.
like, you want someone to disappear? Boom, gone.
Smoke bomb.
Gone. Smoke bomb.
Because that's the thing, though. Like, we got phones now, which is like
Yeah.
a real
Yeah.
distractive thing. In the 70s, they didn't have that. So, like, you know, they'll be engaged inside the games in the 70s. But, bro, these days, like, you got to have somebody who can really make it fun. So,
Good luck.
can't wait to see what you guys money grab. Go with real money.
I know. I was thinking, I was like, we might have
Go
to
with real money.
cash out.
And everybody will be off their phones. Everybody will be engaged. Yeah, I just think the main thing is just have fun. I think a lot of people that will be there will be expecting to just have a good time. You know, because we all know that you just don't know what you're doing. So, without being rude, we all are quite aware. So it'll be, you know, we won't go too hard on you.
Thank you.
And make sure the food's cooked properly, all right? You know, I don't want to have a sore stomach.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a sore stomach come Monday, okay?
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Awesome to have
worries.
you here. And yeah, we'll see you at the party.
Oh, man, can't wait. And
Yeah.
congratulations on this podcast as well. I can't wait to hear it, eh?
Main.
Awesome.
So, Jamie, that was so helpful.
That was so helpful.
and hilarious.
yeah.
Justin Orns is just hilarious.
Yeah.
But also, he actually gives good advice.
Yeah. I think we need to add more drinks.
Add more drinks. Let's be
King's
real.
Cup.
Yes to games.
Yes to game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baba also said yes to game.
Yeah, I was so nervous about adding games, but actually, like...
It's the vibe,
Yeah, it's the vibe, apparently. And have fun. Yeah.
They know us.
They know
what they're getting into.
They know
Just-
it's going to be a train wreck. They're here
and
for
they're
it.
just, yeah, they're
But
here
just
for it.
have fun along the way, and I can be down for that.
Yeah. The Art of Entertaining is produced and presented by Jamie Poipoi and Maria Tanner.
The executive producers are Tim Watkin, Justin Gregory, and Katie Gossard.
Blair Stagpool is our producer and audio engineer.
Music by Tihima Bennett. A shout out to comedian Reagan Just the Norms for I. Shout out to the absolute goat, author Jacqueline Steinkamp.
Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts.
And of course at rnz.co.nz.